flow with it. I've made suggestions, and then I said, okay. I always make the suggestion that, well, you could do this or not. It's all good. Like, whatever you want to do, ultimately. But this is
tell Eric stuff. I try to tell him stuff like 3 times. Right? But if you don't do it by the 3rd time, it's all right.
But the thing is, the stuff that he comes up with is, and this is one of the great. Miles Davis is my hero as a band leader. It's because he was able to bring together brilliant musicians, and he was able to give them a sense of ownership, so that they were able to play in their own way. And he was able to organize it and make sure that it all flowed together. And I feel like with someone like Eric and on the drums, it's like you can make a suggestion, but ultimately he's gonna come up with something that you couldn't have imagined. I can't imagine what he can imagine. And if I'm someone who controls the situation, I tell everybody what to do, the music is going to be limited to my imagination. And the true magic of this art form is the sense of community that is created in this art form. So you have to learn you got to be willing to let go and let the music be what it's going to be. You got to be vulnerable.
Isn't it wonderful that our music, we have opportunity to do so much freedom, yet the world surrounds us with control this, control that. It's like this seems to be one of the only forms of expression where we can be free to do what we want to do.
We could be free in the world too. We just
consequences.
Man, we gotta face our full potential. That's the thing, you know?
No consequences on stage?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, that's a good question. There are certain consequences to me.
When you're playing in front of a bunch of people, yeah.
Yeah, but not really. You just go for it. I mean, the consequence is going to be what. I mean, there are consequences to every action you take. Is going to have a reaction, but you just. Right. I'm not worried about that. I'm just going to just be yourself and express this moment and live and love this moment.
You guys are starting to remind me. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, think about it like this. If we all part of one, right? That means if I express myself in a true feeling of joy, that means we're all part of the one being. Most, if not all, the people are going to get it. They're going to feel it. So
the 80% rule. Most 80% will get it.
So, whereas if I try to focus on trying to do what I perceive as to be the right thing to do, well, I mean, you can attest doing the right thing that doesn't necessarily move you. You know what I mean? Like, you might say, yeah, man, that's a great guy. I admired the way he handled himself in that situation. He was upright and dignified. And then you go to sleep and you don't think about the cat.
Right.
But then,
it's a squeaky wheel.
Stevie Wonder, like somebody that, I mean, I think breaks so many rules.
Shook it up a little bit. And
you know what I mean? And there's not a song or a time you can hear Stevie Wonder sing, man, that it just doesn't move you in a certain way. Right. You know what I mean? Like he just taps in to that spirituality or the human experience or whatever it is, that the vibrations, it just touches everybody. And I think when you concentrate on that, I mean, it's such a simple equation that if you just concentrate on that, you're just going to reach the majority of it.
It's like, ultimately, the thing that is really universal about music from the perspective of the performer and the audience is emotion. It's not really the details that we think about. Those of us on the inside, we like to think about, oh, this cat played this and then they responded to that. But that's not really what makes music special. What we do as musicians, we're a type of emotional engineer. We take sounds and organize them into emotion. Once they're organized into emotion, anyone can relate to it. Because people on the other side of the world know love, they know fear, they know compassion, they know greed, they know jealousy. If we organize sound into that, we can connect with anyone. So if we get caught up in those details, we're going to lose the battle.
Would you